Welcome to the second Bushidocast YouTube battle report. Trying to up our game a little bit with production quality, so we'll see how that goes. Today we are playing the Zones mission, Seikyu I think it's called. I am taking Rokan again. This time it's the animals list, so going with just the overall animals theme. So the list basically selected itself. Go through the cards in a minute. Craig, what are you playing?
I'm playing Blood Brothers with a couple of extra evil samurai, so Toshiro and Tenbatsu. So it's pretty unusual list, but again kind of wrote itself based on the theme that I'm going for. So it should be interesting to see how that works out.
Very interesting list to see on the table.
Yep.
I'm kind of scared of it. I think it's not going to go too well, but then I've got some interesting stuff to play with.
So a lot of interesting rules. I've never used most of these models on the table, to be honest, so looking forward to seeing how they perform.
Absolutely. Right, so we're going to talk through the cards, a little bit of what each model does, and then we'll get straight into the game.
Right, so you'll have seen that we're going with an animal theme today for the Rokan list. I have not used it before, but very excited to do so. It was probably the list that got me most excited to actually start Bushido in the first place, but I've only just finished painting it, so now is the time to try it out. So, starting with Master Akari, he's 20 rice. He's pretty good fighter in terms of his melee dice. But the first thing to notice is he's -2 strength and weak, so he's not a huge beat stick. His probably the most interesting thing that he has is his vivacity key feat, which costs 3 keys, so it's not cheap, but it gives him an extra activation counter. So in a list where you can build around extra key generation, then you could pump him full of activations. It's not limited to once per turn, so the sky's the limit. Unfortunately, in this list, I haven't got really the ability to pump up his activations, but I will still be looking to give him 1 or 2 extra activations and see what we can do with that. It is a low model count list, so every activation is going to be very useful. Dash and perfect defense could come in handy. Certainly the agile and evasive, with his extra activations from dash, agile and evasive can make him get around a bit more effectively. The only trouble is it's all quite key intensive. So will he have enough key to do what I want him to do? His unique effect is very much worth commenting on. It means he can, after all the dice are rolled in a melee, he can remove his highest attack dice and put in a defense dice of the same value before determining final results. So that does mean he can be a little bit more aggressive in attack and has a little bit of reliability built in defense. If your defense dice that you put in go horribly wrong, but your attack is good and it looks like your opponent is gonna kill him because he is weak and he's only got 4 wounds, you can take out one of your successful attack dice and put in a defense dice of the same value. So that's something definitely worth remembering if you want to keep him alive. So next up is Kosuki, the orangutan. Fantastic model, probably the one that really just jumped out at me and when looking at the initial ranges. Just love it. So probably the most interesting thing about Kosuki is his unique effect. So look at that first. I don't think I've seen any other models that have this. So you can use both a special attack and a special defense in the same melee exchange because he's all hands and feet. So I mean, just looking at the special attacks and defenses that he has on his profile, he can get a couple more by spending key. But combo attack, sweep attack, sidestep defense, and sweep defense are all pretty handy. you kind of get excited when you look at this initially. You think, oh right, could I maybe use a sweep defense first and then a combo attack to wail on somebody when they're down? But you don't get huge any advantage from that really, because combo attack. Well, once you've knocked somebody prone during the same melee exchange, you get any bonuses for kind of wailing on them when they're on the floor. You would in a second round if you've knocked them down. Reach, obviously, you need to take into account as well. So he's generally going to be striking first, unless he's against somebody with lightning reflexes, or if he's been charged in the rear, or he's surprised or whatever. But yeah, it's certainly very interesting. So his other, he can give himself throw attack and throw defense, which are pretty good. Certainly good for control, getting people out of zones and whatnot. Flow like water as well. For 2 key, can give himself counter strike defense and dodge, which is good. Can make him pretty defensive. Trouble with that is, if you're using that, your opponent's gonna see it coming, and maybe go all out defense, because they're not going to want to get hit on the counter strike. So there's quite a lot of mind games and bluffing going on with this guy. But he's really exciting. He's 21 rice, but I think he's pretty handy. Really looking forward to trying him out. Speed 5 as well, which is really good. Armor. He's just got some great stuff. Indomitable and split attack as well. So I think against a list with lots of lighter, squishier models, he'd be great just to throw in and get stuck in and start taking out multiple guys. So yeah, that's Kasuki. So now we're going to look at Kota. The most interesting thing, obviously, about Kota to start with is that she has 2 forms. So we're looking at her human form now, which is the fighty one. So she's got her 3 melee dice. She can boost for 3, which is not is unusual, I suppose, for the Rokan list. Most stuff in the Rokan list is boosting their melee dice for 2 key, but then she does generate 3. I think the trickiest thing with Kota is that she's got quite a lot of really good stuff that she can spend her key on. I've only used her once, but the fox form, which we'll look at in a second, is really fast. Moves 7, and you can boost your movement for only 2 key. So really really quick at getting about. But the fox form is squishy. So what you want to be doing is using the fox form for moving, and then using your shapeshift key feat to switch back into human form to do your fighting. So she's got combo attack and sidestep defense, which are an M+1 strength in melee. Dodge and feint as well, which are great for helping you win your combats. But the tricky thing is, ideally, in a lot of cases, you want to be boosting your melee dice, particularly against tougher opponents. So you've got to be mindful of the key you're spending on boosting your movement in fox form. Obviously, keeping 1 key spare for shape-shifting back into human form again. And it's also worth it. So both the fox and the human form have mirage and shapeshift. So mirage is super useful for keeping you alive, as long as you've got the key available for it. It's an instant feat. If you get targeted, you can. There's an opposed key test, and she's 3 key generation as well. So she's pretty good at winning those. And if you are successful at that, you can place her within 2 inches of her location, which you can come up with all sorts of shenanigans for placement if you do that. So really interesting model. So we'll take a look at the fox form next. Like you can see, the immediate thing that jumps out is movement of 7, boostable for 2 key. Has evasive, light-footed. So really, this is the form you want to use for getting about 6th sense as well, which is fab. But yeah, very very squishy with tiny weak. and isn't going to be doing too much damage in combat if you do get tied up in a combat. -2 strength and only has sidestep defense. The key feats are exactly the same as the human form. So there we go. That is Kota. So sticking with the Kitsune theme, we are now looking at Kyubi, who is unlike Kota, doesn't have a second form, so stays in human form, although he is rather more foxy looking than Kota's human form. He's kind of like your ninja fox. He has one thing I'm particularly interested in, which is his apparition key feat. Now, as I understand the rules, and I'm sure somebody will probably correct me, I might be terribly wrong, it's an active key feat, so he can use that at any time that you're active as a player. So I think you can use that before he actually activates as a model. Which could mean that you could place him essentially outside of line of sight before he's activated, and then charge into somebody's rear and surprise them. I think that's how it works. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. But he's also got Lurker, so he can give himself camouflage. So kind of sneaky. He's a sneaky guy. He's probably about as effective in combat as Kota. He's got all the same kind of key generation. He's still got 3 melee dice, +1 strength, combo attack and sidestep defense. He's got 6th sense as well, which is nice. Feint and parry, which are really useful in combat as well. So yeah, he looks strong, but possibly slightly tricky to get the most out of. So interesting to see how he goes. And finally, Kuma, the big bear. He should really, for all the rest of you Kung Fu Panda fans out there, he should be the one called Master Po. Sadly that name was taken. So the big beatstick bear. I think the thing that is possibly most useful on him is binding roots. Really useful for tying up immobilizing enemy models. He can do that to multiple models within the 3-inch pulse, assuming he's got the key available. If you get him into the right spot and he can start pumping that out, that's a really useful tool to have available. I like that he generates a virtue token every turn. It gives him a little bit of flexibility in the things that he can do. Range defense is a bit lacking in the list, and he's probably a bit of a target for ranged attacks. So that's quite useful to pop on him when he needs it. He can also, if he doesn't need range defense, if he's facing a list that doesn't have any ranged attacks. Useful for stunning a model in base to base, making him a bit more effective. So in combat, he's got Indomitable, so he's on a big base, so there's every likelihood he's going to be outnumbered, so that's going to help him out there. Brutal is nice. He can boost his melee dice of 3, although he's not generating all that much key. He's only generating 2 a turn. If you want to be using binding roots, it's not all that likely you're going to be boosting combat potentially. Powerful attack 0 is really nice. So if he does land a hit, then he's going to be doing some damage with brutal as well. And reach is nice too. So I think when he's in combat, he's probably likely to be trying to pound the enemy into the dirt before he gets hit back. But he's got a nice amount of wounds as well. So he certainly looks like a bit of a melee powerhouse. Warcry, so useful if you're facing a list with lots of low key models. Fear 6 is pretty nice, especially combining that with Indomitable. You can imagine him getting surrounded by a Bakemono horde and doing all right for himself. Savage beating as well, so you can give himself combo attack if you really want to pile pile on the damage. I need to do some thinking about whether savage beating, combo attack or powerful attack would be the most useful in a given situation. But yeah, there he is, Kuma or Master Po, potentially, if you're being cheeky. And that's my list. So yeah, really interesting to see how it goes. I'm probably most anxious about it being very low model count. Being outnumbered and suffering from activation disadvantage can be pretty fierce in this game. So we'll see how it goes. Excited to try them out, and beautiful models too, if that matters, which it certainly does to me. So over to Craig.
So hi there. So this is the rundown of my list. It's centered around the Blood Brothers, which are 3 samurai brothers, and they are not particularly nice people. You'll get that as we go through the card profiles. They're supported by their servant as well, Baichi. So I'll quickly run through what the brothers do and then how I completed the list. Effectively it's a bunch of Ronin models, but that I intend to use them under Yuri army or warband, or Yurei, because that's how you construct these things. The leader of the bunch is Shuo Hang. He's the I think he looks like the sort of leader anyway out of the bunch to me. He is very capable fighter with brutal and prowess melee 2. So that's sets him above the other 2 in many ways in terms of pure fighting skill. Combine that with feint and the option to get umbrella block, which can give you parry, means he's a very capable fighter. He's got a good range of special attacks as well. He also has reach. He's the only one of these guys to have a sort of initiative changing trait, so that's quite handy. Should probably say these brothers tend to come with a core set of skills that define them. They are hatred imperial, so they don't work with those guys. Indomitable, so they can ignore the first model outnumbering them for the combat modifiers. Prowess melee, because they're samurai, so they can reroll their dice. And Tarlis. Tarlis is quite important on these guys, because if they were to if they didn't have that, they'd lose their activations quite quickly, because they actually only generate 1 activation each to start with. So it's quite important that they've got Tarlis. So 16 Rice, he's a very good fighter. As I mentioned, naturally only generates 1 activation. That's his big problem. Their stat lines are quite unusual because they're variable. So your key generation is X and your melee pool is X plus 1. X is equal to the number of other blood brothers. So when it all is going good and all 3 of them are together, they are 4 melee pool and 3 key generators. So that's very powerful. But as soon as you start losing them, they're going to weaken quite quickly. He does also boost on the 2 on his melee, so that's also quite noticeable. So he's a very good fighter. He does have bodyguard servants as well. That's useful to keep the support character Baichi around as long as possible. However, because he doesn't have aware, as one of the other brothers do, that means he's not quite as good a bodyguard. He's a bit more selfish, let's say. Moving on then, the next blood brother in line is Jing Qian. So he brings Assassin, which could be quite good with these guys if they can ever get in surprise model. The way they like to pile on to people, because I should also say they've all got this activation, Blood Brothers, where they can kind of chain activation one after the other. So that's a big thing of what they do. They like to gang up on people. So they tend to be quite slow and then have a burst of energy. That's how I imagine them playing anyway. He brings in some useful special attacks. Combo attack is situationally very important to have access to. He brings, I should say this actually, they all have push
defense, which is quite useful for them because sometimes you will need to push people off of them, even though they've got Indomitable. Because of their low, potentially low activations, it's quite handy to be able to free up these guys from people who are trying to tie them down to keep them kind of their options open. He has got a very important key feat though for the Band of Brothers, and that allows them to perform a walk. So that is four cost on that is quite high, but potentially it makes up for the fact that they have low activations as well. So he starts to provide a little bit more support for the trio. Then Shen Ji Chi. He is the youngest brother, I believe. He is version on the support version for them, though these guys are generally, I think, out for their own interest. He does have a wear and bodyguard servant, so he's very good at looking after their support servant. He has coordinated attack Blood Brother, so he prefers to gang up. So the second guy to pile in, that's a good position for him. He does have toughness as well, so he's slightly more resilient than the others. I guess that just helps in case people target him because of his ability to keep the servant alive longer. He can also boost with rivalry of one of the other Blood Brothers or a faction model of similar, of exactly the same cost for +1 melee pool and range pool. So it's a nice little boost there as well. That could come in handy. He does have the ability to boost his range as well, which situationally might come into play as we'll see. To complete these guys and really make them work, you need their Burkumin servant, Baichi. So he it's nothing overly impressive in terms of stat line, but he brings a lot of rules that really make this trio work. He brings order Blood Brother free. So he can do a complex action to give the Blood Brothers an activation counter. So that really just enables you to give these guys the standard 2 activation counters. That on top of the ability to walk as well means that they can start to get around the table quite quickly. The problem with that is that they then start to move away from him, and he'll die quite quickly without their support. So there's an interesting kind of balance act you've got to get there. His support doesn't stop there though. He can also heal, which will be really good to keep these guys alive. They haven't got any armor. They've just got 6 hit points each, so that's quite helpful. He's got a bit of cultist, so he needs to get a bit of extra key on himself, and he's got Believer Blood Brother 1/1, which again is a support thing for the Blood Brothers, so he can reduce the cost of their key feats. A bit tricky to keep him that close to them and safe to use that, but I think if you could set that up right, that's really good. He can also give out an equipment card and a bow to a samurai as well. Situationally, I could see that being quite good. One thing I should say about these guys actually is that they do start the game with a death sentence marker, and you will almost certainly remove those death sentence markers on the Blood Brothers, at least on the first turn. It will take 3 key to do so, which kind of plays into this. They start off a bit slow, really, and tired, but they get a burst of energy later on in the game because free key generation is actually quite high for it's very high for a 16 rise model, so they'll make that up in no time. So very interesting. They kind of work as a unit together. They can do some amazing things once they start chaining off each other, but trying to keep that cohesive and make sure that you don't spread them out too thin or lose your servant, I think is going to be the key to them doing well. To round out the list, I put in 2 other Ronin samurai who work for kind of the evil factions, if you like. Tenbatsu, he's a half man, half Oni Deadite samurai. He potentially can dish out an awful lot of damage. Could get brutal +2 and powerful attack and split attack. Yeah, he can definitely do an awful lot of damage if he goes all out attack. He's tanky enough to take some return hit as well with armor 3 and healthy wound track, and his ability to regain wounds through consumed soul. So I think he looks really good. He is priced for it though at 27 rice. Big investment there. Then the final one to finish the list off is Toshiro. Now, this guy, he really changes any game he's in. So while he's alive and in play, anyone who's taken a wound will get aggressive and +1 strength. That's for melee weapons. That's phenomenal. That will really change how people are able to play with their models. I think it will hopefully work quite well in this build because it's quite an aggressive build, I suppose. But that remains to be seen. It can be as much of a liability as it is an advantage. You can also generate your model's extra key tokens when the VP is scored, but that's for everyone's models as well. So it is quite. This guy's going to be very interesting to see what happens. He's really just going to make the game very unusual and exciting, I hope. He's also got all the weapons, so he can potentially get any non-exceptional special attack or defense at cost of 1. So he's just got a lot of utility and options in what he wants to do. And Umbrella Block is quite handy for the extra parry. So how that all works on the table, I'm really interested to find out. It's really more about the theme of the evil samurai or the sort of bad samurai out there. I guess Toshiro isn't technically bad, but it feels like they're all willing to do anything for the right bidder. So we'll see what they do on the table and how they perform.
Cool. So we've deployed. We are about to dice off for the first turn. So Craig has in the list Year of the Risen Sun, so everybody's got an extra key.
Oh, I've got Preordain as well.
Okay.
Let's just roll that up, so I get a 2 and a 4.
So Preordained, that does, so you've got a 2 and a 4 there. It means you can.
I can, before dice is rolled, I can replace that dice with one of these dice.
Great. Okay. I've got Prayer Beads on Kuma, so he's got an extra key, plus the extra one for Year of the Risen Sun. And he's also got a Virtue token, which I can choose what to use that for later on. So we're just about to dice up the first turn.
Yep.
You should probably note that so there's little black tokens at the front of these guys, which is their
death sentence
markers. And Toshiro is flanking, so Craig knows where he's coming on, but I don't later on. So yeah, about to dice off for the first turn, and away we go. So Craig gets a 2, I get a 4.
Cool.
So yeah, I think I will. I will let you go first.
Very good. Okay. So first things
Best of luck, mate.
Yeah. Cheers. Good. Good going, and all the best. So let's have a look then. So with my very limited activations this turn, I will go for a run move with this dude over here. So he is Jingjian. Okay, so I can.
Jingjian. So what's special about this guy?
So he can kind of make the Blood Brothers move a bit faster. So he'll use free key to get rid of death sentence as well. Actually, I should see, do I do it all at the same time or when I activate them? I think that's generally what I'm going to be doing for these guys anyway.
Sure. Well, I mean, he's left his death sentence marker well behind him.
Yeah,
so seems appropriate that he spends the key for it.
Drawing the starting phase. Okay, so it's drawing the starting phase, so I just do it for the lot then, apart from the baggage dude. So the key that they generated on the first turn is mostly used up by this. We've got one left due to Year of the Risen Sun.
It's a heavy key investment getting rid of all that, but it is going to make a difference.
Yeah.
So just to remind the viewer, I guess, what death sentence markers do, which is why it was important to get rid of them.
It's +1 dice, melee or ranged against them, and +1 to the damage roll. So you don't want that on them any longer than you need to. Does cause an issue. And the other thing with Blood Brothers is that because they're not only wanted men, they're also tired. So they only generate 1 activation counter each. So there are ways that they can get more activation counters, but that is why I'm at activation disadvantage on the first turn.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna make a run with Kota and her fox form.
Yep. And
get me in a zone nice and early. So I've got, super quick, she moves 7, so I've got a 10.5 inch run, which is perfect, just to get me right in the middle of that.
Okay, do you want a run token, or you got some?
Yeah, no, I'll stick one on. No problem.
Cool. I will run the eldest brother forward. Not eldest brother.
Eldest brother. What?
He is the eldest of the brothers.
He doesn't look like an Oni to me.
And that's his activation, and he's run. Okay.
Okay, you tracking their activations?
Yeah, they're taken off there. So they only have 1.
Because they're tired.
Yeah.
Got you.
Well, the 3 brothers do. The servant's okay. He's not as tough.
Okie dokie. Right. I think Kuma is gonna run forward. Bear. Just there we go.
Cool. And this one will go forward. Yeah, so over to you.
Okay. Kosuke. He's got a 7.5 run. Which he is not going to use. Monkey magic. Strictly speaking, he's an ape, but
Yeah.
close enough.
Cool. Tempted. A cheeky long shot, but do I go for a few?
Go on. You need to do a repeat of the last game. It's just like you took out
some long shots here.
Master Koju in one hit.
Yeah. So I mean 4, 5, 6, 7 because you ran. I think 6, 7, 8, 9. And get a reasonable success level off on you if I roll well enough. Yeah, it's sort of out of those two really. Which one do I want to go for? Probably better to have a go at him. Let's have a little look. What do I need to do first for this to happen?
So what you think about here is your support character can hand out a ranged attack, right?
Yeah.
Essentially, is it a bow?
It's basically a long bow, yeah.
Yeah. And you can give that to anybody.
Any samurai.
Any samurai.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a blood brother because Tenbatsu is a samurai and he's pretty good with it. So
how many ranged dice does he have?
He has 4. Blimey, he is really good at it. So
almost like you planned it, right?
yeah, I did actually think about that. I just forgot that he actually was that good. He will use, it's an active key feat on Baichi to give the bow to Tenbatsu, and then I will.
And the bow is what? Is it like +1 damage?
It is +1 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
+1 damage. Range 5, 10, 15. So I'm going to use his cultist ability to... He's going to wound himself, basically, to get an extra key.
Okay.
Because that's what cultist does. And then he will... then I'll activate Tenbatsu.
So Bachi's wounded himself to get an extra key.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Tenbatsu has got 2 targets, good targets in range. I'm going to go for Kosuki. And I get 4 ranged dice against him. So target number at that range 4, 5, 6 because you run 7.
Yeah.
So to see how I do. I've got brutal. I believe. How do I get brutal? Am I making this up?
Just totally making rules up as you go along.
Yeah.
This is why it's important to be videoing this, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, all of my guys have brutal. It says on the card.
It says on the card. I was thinking he had something like that going on. That's not quite it.
Don't worry, I can edit this out.
Yep.
I won't, because this is gold. This content. This is absolutely.
Okay. No, I didn't see he's got that actually. I thought he did for some reason. Okay, well let's just give it a go then.
And Brutal's only in. Oh no, it is Mallow as well.
Brutal's whenever. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's got 4 dice. So that's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's got
7
as well.
aren't they?
So I got all the 6s. They're 6s.
They're 6s, aren't
Yeah. The 6, 7, 8.
Oh.
But that's only success over 1 against you. Oh,
Right.
I know why he's good. It's because he's got strong. That's what carries
Right.
over. So he's strong. He's +1 damage, but I think you've got armor on that guy, don't you?
He does have armour, yes. Yes, he does. Nothing else that's going to help him though.
Okay, so 3 dice. Pick the highest 2 and flats because it's +1, -1.
So success level 1.
Yeah, success level 1. Let's see if you can get a wound in. So get 6.
6 on a 1, that's not going to be great, is it?
Might just be 1 point of damage, I think.
Gotta look at that. I should have printed out a table. I don't even know where it is in the book.
It's 1 point of damage.
There's a formula for this, isn't there?
Yeah, I think basically if you're
1 point of damage, right?
if you're 1 within 7, you get the target number and go from there.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Stick that one in there. There's a 1 point of damage.
It'll be more
How
meaningful.
were we tracking wounds last time?
Don't know. I tend to use these tokens.
Yeah, I've got a dice now, so it's
Okay.
all good. Right. So it's my activation. What am I going to do next? I'm just going to check how far away I am. I'm just a little way out of engagement range, but I am out of engagement range, so. Alright, Akari is going to run. He's going to go 6 inches up to here. There's a lot of running going on. One marker.
So the servant's turn to get going. So he'll run over here.
So that bow, that was a key feat, right, to hand that out? So
Yep.
you can't just be throwing bows out like candy, can he?
No, but he can get.
But he can hand out loads of bows as long as he's got the key to do it.
You can
right?
keep handing that bows to Samurai. Yeah, he's got a key. Which is handy.
He's stacked.
He's got an umbrella as well. He's got all your gear covered. He actually can give out items as well, but I haven't quite figured out a good one for this game. So yeah, so that's kind of what he does. He also can give them orders and stuff. So activations.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so
Over to you.
those two, and they've got bodyguard for him as well, haven't they?
Yeah.
He's quite hard to engage.
Not all of them. So the ones who, 2 of them do, and it is the eldest guy in the middle, and it is this guy, the bald guy.
Right. So. I went to there. Potentially engage you. Let's think about that one. Right, QB. Mr. Foxy Man is going to run again. He's going to run straight over there. Should be on the same line. So they've all run.
Cool.
Thank you. We've got we've got the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have I should have a pass token.
Okay.
Because you've got Toshiro off the table.
Yep.
There we go. That's my pass token. So yeah, your activation. You're quite low on activations, aren't you? With the tiredness and all. You got 2 left.
Just 2 left. Yeah. That is part of the problem with these guys, unfortunately, but it's what you have to deal with. So not a lot really left to do with him actually. I think he'll just kind of stand there really, twist around a bit. Yeah. Okay, over to you.
Right. So I think we'll move Kuma up into, so it's just a move this time, right into the middle of the zone. Oh, actually no, he'll run. Just get up to there, just to check. It should be 12 inches, so it's not.
Plus his base, yeah.
Plus his base, yeah, that's fine. So he's there. And run. Once his activation's gone.
Cool.
But you.
He's pretty good in this mission, I see. Okay, so after this guy, you might as well have one more shot with the magical bow. And you're actually in 10 now. Just gonna be a bit of a long shot, really. I could try and shoot that fox thing. Just whether I think, to be honest, I don't really want to hang back too much on the stage.
Stay there.
So I'm going to go forward, and then I'll have a pot shot. So who do I want to have a pot shot at? He's going to be not the best shot range wise. There's the side of 5 there, 10. So second shot, moved, small target. It's a +3 to the so 8. I could get success level 0 on that if I roll well, which
You could.
could still do a bit of damage with this character. And or I could go for.
I could pop Mirage and get out of the way.
You could. I'm
I chose
soulless
to.
though, so I'll win that pose key test, which makes me pretty good at shooting you.
Got ya, right.
I could go for that guy as well. He's run, hasn't he? He's run.
He
He's
has
long
run.
range. So run, long range, second shot as well. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so probably still better to go for that one.
Kota.
Yeah, I think so. It can be medium range, but you've run.
I'm tiny.
You're
I've
tiny,
run.
and I've moved.
Yeah.
So
Second shot.
4, 5, 8. So you should be on 8. Actually, that guy I think should be on 8 as well. Be 6.
So that's long
move
range.
in,
6.
run in, and then shooting twice. So no, it'd be 9. So yeah. So here you've run. You're small. I've
Tiny.
moved. So tiny, and I've walked as well. That's what I was thinking. So maybe I can't even make it thinking about it. So tiny.
Tiny. I've run.
Yeah. Second shot.
Second shot.
And I've
And you've
moved.
walked.
Yeah.
So -4
Minus
plus 4.
So on the
And,
5,
it's,
so 9.
and what's the range? Medium?
Yeah. So
So 5, 6,
can't
7,
hit
8,
that
9.
either.
And he's 9 as well, right? Was he 9
Yeah,
or
I
8?
was about to say. I
Yeah.
think they both should be the same because tiny there versus range there. So actually, maybe I probably should have sort of just run with him because he needs to kind of get back in the fray.
After all that maths,
Okay.
just going to do that.
Just going to do that. So then it's your go.
Okay. Just want to see, just for future reference, here, you're all a little bit far away. Okay. What am I going to do next? Let's have a little chug up here with Akari. So he's going to run 6 to there.
The monk's
So
definitely
activation gone.
taking early advantage. And I'm
You're all out, right?
Yeah, so just
Okay.
do what you like.
So this guy is gonna do QB. Will walk up there, so it gets him in the zone. Just fetch that way. His activation gone. She's got another activation. So she's harder to shoot while she's in fox form, but so he could potentially be charging me next turn. And if I tried to mirage out of the way, you'd be getting me anyway because it's key.
Well, as long as he's soulless, so as long as he doesn't use his on E form.
Yeah. So I think I want to be, because I'm the active player, I'm going to spend a key to shapeshift because I would rather be in Kota form. Just in case you do charge me next turn. And I will just move. There. Do I want to move at all? Which I can. So, what's his so his walk into combat would be how far? What's his move?
4.
4. So yeah, it would be a charge.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. Right, this guy. Kosuke. I think just come up here to start blocking out zones a bit.
Yeah, I think definitely taking early advantage there.
That's done. Which just leaves, right, so while I'm still active, I might pop, just because it's fun, Vivacity on Akari to go in and fight a combat.
Okay.
Because you're exhausted.
Yep, and run.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to spend 3 key on Akari. Gives me an extra activation, and I am going to walk into combat with you there.
Okay. Cool.
And we'll see what happens. This might be a massive mistake, but I am prone to overreaching.
Cool. Okay,
So Akari's in.
Combat.
Right, what are we going to do? So just for reference, Akari has he's got reach. Have you got reach or anything like that?
No.
Okay, so I'll be hitting first. He's got combo attack 0, counter strike defense 0, sidestep defense 0. I've got dodge 2. I've got parry 2.
Yep. He's
And I'm weak, so yeah, I'm not going to be hitting you particularly hard.
Yeah, that's cool. I've got parry and martial powers on this guy,
Okay.
so he's not too bad. He can do combo attack, counter strike defense, and push defense, but they all cost him 1 dice to do.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't
I've got
enough
4
key.
melee dice. How many have you got?
I normally would have 4, but I've run and I'm tired, exhausted, so I've got 2.
Okay. So let's just get the dice out. I've got 4,
I haven't got enough key to boost or anything like that, so
Yeah.
unfortunately.
What else? Oh, I've got my special ability, my unique effect is that I can take my highest attack dice and sub it for a defense dice.
Yep.
So even if I'm going all out of defense, you always put an attack dice in.
Yep.
And you can just be all out defense if you want to.
Makes sense.
So. And how many wounds do you have?
6.
6 wounds.
Sounds right.
Right.
No armour though.
No. Okay, I'm going to put that card in. And I'm going to go with... Okay, I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
You know what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay, so my orange dice are attack, green are defence.
Black are defence, red attack. Okay.
So you're 2 defence, I'm 2 defence, 2 attack, and
Yep.
I've gone with sidestep defence.
Cool. I've gone for bluff.
So, yeah.
So you're going to get your side step off anyway.
Ooh,
1
2
and
to
2.
Do you want to just move that out of the way a little bit?
Yep. I have got martial prowess, so I probably will be really
Okay.
wrong.
I do have... Do I have kata? I don't have kata.
No.
He's a master, but he doesn't have kata.
No, it's a
Crazy times.
He's a different sort of monk, mainland monk.
Yeah, so I've got 4 in attack and 5, 6 in defence.
Okay, so I will re-roll the 1 to see. Hopefully, I get something better. Oop.
Roll it in the box.
Oh, 6.
It's a
6
6.
again. Okay, so 6, 7, 8 defence.
So 8 in defence, so my attack was 4, so nothing in attack, but then I get my sidestep defence off.
Yep.
So I can just go basically around you.
Yep.
To there.
Okay. Cool. So that was a bit of fun.
It was a bit of fun. Nobody died. Nobody got hurt. It was just a little bit of joy. Okay, I think that's all of my activations done. I've got no more vivacities going on, so
Cool.
end of turn. Let's clean it up.
It's all the runs. And it's the start of another turn. Cool. So
There was 1 wound that turn. Kosuki's been wounded.
yep, that might be relevant.
Poor little guy. Poor big guy.
Okay.
What are you looking up?
Just making sure when Toshiro comes on, starting phase.
Oh yes, I think it's the starting phase.
Yeah. So
So you can reveal all. Which side is he coming on from?
he's on my left.
Your left.
Yeah.
Okay. So which is my right for those of you watching at home?
Yeah. So he is coming on here. Dun, dun, dun.
There he goes.
With all the weapons. So now he's on. Anyone with a wound has got aggressive. So your monkey's kind of aggressive now.
He's an ape.
Ape. And yeah, okay. And then we do the usual stuff. Get some key, get some activation counters.
Yep. Okay. Let's stack up the key. Let's go. All the key. Should probably give a little shout out to Master Crafted Miniatures. I'm using these lovely bamboo key tokens, which are nice. I need to get the rest of the counters, but these were my test ones, and they are really lovely.
Good.
Also, the base. Anybody who's on the Facebook page, every time I post photos of painted miniatures, nobody ever says, "Oh, those are nice models." It's always, "Yeah, where do you get the base rings from?"
It is handy, like after painting a lot of line of sight markers for Infinity and not really being
they're great.
that happy with the look at the end of it, unless you really go into it and do like a really professional job with a spray gun or whatever, and even then you're not necessarily going to get it spot on accurate compared to what these do in like a simple click.
Yeah, and I have to say, like, I paint the models, and they don't look finished until I clipped one of these rings, and it just sets them off. Especially if you're kind of theming, your colours with your warband and stuff. It does work. Right. And Kuma's got prayer beads, so he's going 3. Got all the key in the world. Alrighty. I'm keyed up to the max. Chi, we should be saying chi, shouldn't we? But
yeah.
you know,
There you
so
go.
in early Bushidocast episodes, it always made me laugh when you were talking about. And the key thing is that he's got, this much key.
I know. It's more confusing when you start talking about themes, which are not themes. So and all sorts of things. Yeah, capitals hard to say.
Yeah. But I've got issues with Kuma's name. He should be called Master Po, shouldn't he? But also,
but that was taken.
It was taken.
Yeah.
When I was a young boy, my older brother had a cuddly panda whose name was Chi Chi.
Okay.
I think named after Bristol Zoo's panda at
Okay.
the time. So that would be if the panda was called Chi Chi after Bristol Zoo's panda,
Yeah.
we would just be in a world of trouble, wouldn't we? He's got Chi Chi. What, he has double Chi generation? What's going on? Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Activations, yeah. Let me pile them up.
I think
Toshiro
there
needs a
is
couple there.
one of the missions I think is kind of called Key, but with an extra I in or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure that you pronounce it differently if you were to pronounce things properly, but we're not into that.
We're not into pronunciations.
Yeah,
We're just here for the beer and the games.
We try, and so cool. So already been outflanked by little Master Ikari over here.
He's a rocket. He really is.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I think maybe the next game we play will be with a more optimised list around Ikari, kind of really focusing on pumping him through full of vivacity. In this list, it's hard to keep him topped up with key to give him that, but it's certainly effective. So we dicing off for priority.
Yep. Let's go for it. So I could definitely.
I forgot to use my past. Well, I didn't need to use my past. I did. I could have used it, but I didn't use it last time.
So model count wise, you're still on 5, right?
I am on 5. Yeah.
So you still get one this time. Probably you don't need it
Right
right now.
let's go. I get a 6.
Nice.
Have it.
Go on
I
then.
think I will take first turn this time around.
Thought you might.
I don't want to be getting. Although saying that, if Toshiro charges Kota, I can Mirage. Has he got anything that's going to stop me doing that? He's not soulless or
It's a
anything.
key test. So
What's his key?
2.
2. Mine's 3. So.
Yeah, you'll probably win that, won't you? But I mean,
I'm still likely to get.
he's not quite within 4, so he'd have to charge you basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if he charged you, then I guess you'd be surprised. But it's an instant, isn't it? So you could kind of.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can still Mirage it that way.
Yeah.
So I think I will chance that. That's obviously the biggest kind of scary risk to have Toshiro up. Kota's behind there. Do I? Here's the question. So if Ikari was to engage Bachi,
Yep.
you have got some bodyguard going on there, haven't you? So you'd be swapping him out potentially for who?
That guy would swap for him.
Okay. Do I want to do that? I'm not surprising. I can't really be surprising anybody. Be in my line of sight to charge. I would be surprising him. No, I wouldn't. Would I? I can't see from here.
He's got aware, so he's 360.
He has a. Why didn't you tell me this before I start looking at those controls then? Okay, what are my options? So I could charge in with these guys. So it's the end of this turn. We're looking at zones. So
yeah.
Let me see. Right, and actually, binding roots is an option.
Binding roots is pretty good.
But I need to be a bit closer. So it's a 3-inch pulse. Choose up to X enemy models within the pulse, and you become immobilised. And I've got lots of keys, so I could immobilise lots of you if I was to move fast.
Oh, just a minute, this guy, he's still got his death sentence. They didn't move his, so I should
Right.
do that.
So let me just double check. So let's talk about immobilised, what that would do.
So I can wait to remove it, or I can take a size test, which is going to be a 6, 1 dice basically. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I want to do that.
Pretty darn good.
And it would be up to X number of models, and it's the feat costs X plus 1. So if I can get myself, which I could, if I just move 2 inches up, I can get all of you within the pulse. And then I would need, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 key at the moment. So 2, 4, 5, I can immobilise all of you, which is a no-brainer. This is the thing I have to do.
Yeah, no, that's really strong against a list like this. That needs to.
So I'm walking to there, which puts me within 3 of everyone. I am going to pop that key. It's a lot of key to get this off.
He's very good though.
So I need 1 for the basic, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it leaves me with 1 key left. And a virtue token, of course.
Oh, actually, so 2 dice on a small, but it's still 2 dice to.
Yeah.
I think it is a challenge 6, so it's not exactly easy.
So there we go. You are all immobilised.
Everyone
within
there.
the pulse. So let me just check. Choose up to X enemy models within the pulse's area of effect, which is 3 inches.
Yeah.
Each model chosen becomes immobilised.
Okay, wow. And you had enough key to just mobilise all 5 of them.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I had.
That's pretty nasty.
I had 7 key, and I've just spent 6 of those. So 5 models plus the 1.
Yep, makes sense.
X plus 1.
Okay, and yeah, size test of 6 to get through that, and when I declare a melee, run, charge, scenario, stand up, heal, or any action including movement. Okay. That's not very nice. But hey ho. That is the world we live in. My go?
Yep, your go.
Comes after that, what to do? Right, guarantee. So, yeah, okay, so I am going to use Tenbatsu, and he's going to activate, so he's going to try to melee Kuma and get some revenge. Now, I can try to roll dice. Now, because I'm strong, I get +1 to this.
So he needs to overcome his immobilised,
Yeah.
and he will need a size test.
Yeah. Now, I can use my preordained to give myself a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So with my strong, that's plus. Actually, just check. I think it's +1 to the roll rather than +1 dice. Doesn't come up very often. Don't know if you. Okay, here we go. Modifier is +1. But number of dice and modifier. Yeah. So. Yeah. So that's it. So if I replace one of the dice, then that basically becomes a 5, and then I just need to roll anything but a 1. Famous last words.
Oh dear, what have you done?
Okay, so I have got a 2 in my preordained pile, so I could, in theory, I could go for the 2 as well, but I might need that later. So let's have a go, and it is a 5. Cool. I would have done it on 1 dice anyway. So there we go. But I wanted to stay up my odds. So I think he will look to walk over there and engage you there.
Okay.
So that is one of his. I don't belong to Monster's Guys, but so that is one of his activations gone.
At which point I'm going to spend my virtue token on Kuma.
Yep.
To put a stunned marker on you.
Okay, yep.
Which is
nothing I can do about that.
-1 melee dice, I think.
Yep.
Can you take a fear test unless you're fearless or something? Or
I'm brave, but I'm not fearless.
Okay, well I am fear 6 and terror, I believe.
So what's terror do?
I think it's the opposite of bravery.
So the opposite.
Yeah, so they
Means I can't re-roll.
They cancel each other out. I've just double checked that because that doesn't come up too often, but because there's terror and there's dread. I think that's what terror does. I think dread is like -1 dice, but I'm just making sure I don't get them mixed up.
So I've got 2 key and I'm looking for a 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's roll this up.
Yep. So you need a 6.
No, I get 3.
He's frightened.
He is frightened, and yeah, so terror cancelled out bravery, right?
Yeah. So he's frightened, but I'm stunned. So.
Okay, just to remind us what frightened does.
It means
it's -1 melee, ranged.
He can't engage. He can't actively engage someone with fear.
Okay, no problem.
So yeah, okay. Let's fight some melee then. So you've got reach or something, haven't you?
I do have reach. Okay, so I've got brutal 1, reach. I've got 3 basic melee dice. I've got powerful attack 0, push defense 0. I have armor 1.
Can't find this.
I've only got 1 key left, so I'm not really going to be doing much else.
Pop that down for the stand. You've just got 1 key.
Whoa. I've got 1 key left because I've just binding reached everybody.
I've got 5 key. So
ooh, ouch.
Not bad.
So you don't have reach or anything like that, so I'm hitting first.
I don't have reach now.
Okay.
I've got so on my cursed katana, I've got +1 strength, combo attack 1, combo counter strike defense 1.
Okay, how many melee dice? 4?
4.
So you're down to 3, I'm down to 2. Yowzers.
I've got 5 key and I can boost for 2, so I could be getting some more dice. I've got 2 key feats. Consume soul means I could get wounds back, but I don't need that now. Blade finesse, get pierce 2. You do have armor on that guy, don't you?
Do you have armor 1? Yeah.
Yeah. So it could happen. I can put all my dice into attack and get brutal +1, but that seems a bit risky, to be quite honest. So
I think I know what I'm doing.
You're down to how many dice?
Down to 2.
2. Okay. Okay, I'm going to. Well, I should say I'm going to buy a dice.
I have a card.
You have a card.
It's in. Locked in.
Very good bluffing when I use my bluff card out. I'll just shuffle that back in. Definitely could be something else. Okay, let's give that a go. And picking the dice.
I've already got mine in my hand, so...
Okay.
We good?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
So,
counter strike defense. I've got a push defense, and I've gone all out defense.
Okay, darn it. I was hoping you were going to go for...
What have you gone?
2 in attack, 1 in defence.
Okay,
I was hoping you were going to go for a cheeky little attack there. And
so my defence is nice and high, please, for 5.
5, okay.
Cool.
Just roll my attack dice. My attack dice 6, 7.
So success level 2.
Yep. And I have got perhaps melee, but not going to roll that.
So I've got armour. Have you got?
I've got just +1, so it's a straight roll, but I'm strong. Anything else that helps me here? Don't think so. Split attack, strong. Rage. No, that's cool. So it's
success level 2 with a modifier.
Success of 2 +1, but -1 because of your armour. So just flat roll.
Okay.
So let's see what I get. It's a 6 and 8. So I think that's going to be 2.
8 on a 2 is 2 damage. Yep.
Cool.
So
that's all good because you're now aggressive because the madman Toshiro is on the table. So
Yes, true.
Not frightened and aggressive.
Okay, and my push defense didn't go off. So, okay. That was your activation.
Yep. Over to you.
We are done. Right. Decisions. I think Akari's going to go in. Let's have a little stab at this. So he's going to charge into Batsu, or walk into Batsu rather, not charge.
Yeah.
So you're going to do a bodyguard switch.
I'm going to do a bodyguard. So
Hey, look, I've got these funky. We're bigging up mastercrafted miniatures. Look, I've got these little bodyguard. I don't think we need them in this case, but you can put that down to mark he's there.
Do you trust me?
And you can mark he's there. But
Yeah, that's.
I got these for Aiko and the gorilla, but yeah.
Yeah, I do need to get them for my Yokozuna revenge list. So this guy, he will go there, then he'll go ha ha ha.
Yeah. And Akari will go there. Hello. So the Akari rocket, he's going to go to town on you. So do I want to do anything? I've got 4 key in the pool. I could get impenetrable defense. So how? Tell me about this blood brother. What does he do?
So this one.
What's he got?
I mean, this one is. I think his primary role really is just to defend. He's a servant, so aware is pretty important for him. So other than that, he has got push attack and push defense 0, which is good because most of these guys, again, because they're tired, they seem to cost 1 for most of their specials. So he can push attack or push defense. So that's that's not bad. You'll go first. That's the slight problem here.
Yeah.
He's aware, bodyguard, coordinated attack, hatred, indomitable, Paris melee. Paris melee is relevant. He's got tireless and tough as well, so he won't lose an activation counter basically for this combat, and he will be able to use Paris melee, and he's got toughness. So tough. I think it's a misprint.
Yeah, so it's going to be hard to hurt you because I've got -2 on my weapon damage, and weak is -1 as well, isn't it?
Weak is roll an extra dice and pick the 2 lowest. It's the opposite of strong.
Yeah. Mm.
So yeah, he's not going to hit particularly hard, but I'm sure he's got lots of things he can do. Jump around.
Okay, so let's go with one of those. And then I've got 4 dice. How many dice you rolling?
I've got 4 dice as well. I can boost for 2 because I'm next to Baichi, so that gives me a bit of some options. How much key have you got?
I've got 4 key.
4. Nice. Do I need it though? Okay, I think I've got it.
So just for the people watching at home, dodge. I can pick 2 attack dice that Craig has rolled and ask him to re-roll them.
Yep.
And parry.
You get +1 to your defense dice.
I get +1 to my defense dice.
Which makes it pretty hard.
No, I get +2 because I got parry 2.
You got parry 2, yeah, you get +1 for each. Most people don't have that, by the way. That's a real extreme thing. Push defense makes him one of the best, most defendable models in the game. Have you got counter-strike defense?
I do have counter-strike defense, yes.
Okay.
I've got combo attack, counter-strike defense, and sidestep defense all 0.
Yep. Okay. I think I know what I want to do then.
Okay.
Okay. So
you got any? You put a card in.
Yep.
Okay. So my card is combo attack,
push defense.
I've got 3 in attack, 1 in defense.
I've got 4 in defense.
4 in defense. Okay. So yeah, do you want to roll them up?
Cool.
Oh,
roll it.
yeah, roll it in the pot. So you've got
Come on.
2 3s and a 2.
6.
And
Yeah.
a 6. So,
So
I
6
can
and 8.
I can parry though. No, that's attack dice.
Yeah,
So they're defense dice.
you need feint to do that.
So you've got 6, 7, 8 in
Yep.
defense.
8 in defense.
Right. So I've got 4, 5, 6 in attack and 1 in defense.
Yeah.
So my attack fails.
And you're pushed one
I'm
away.
pushed away.
So push you away. Get out of here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now, did you just want to check something for intangible? Or, sorry, not intangible, immobilised. Yeah, if any other effect moves an immobilised model, then remove immobilised markers from the model. So because he's bodyguard,
From bodyguard, he
didn't
removes his
trigger
immobilized.
the test, and I've now moved. He's effectively not immobilised.
Immobilized. Okay.
Did I thought I was going to put some countdowns in. So basically, these two aren't immobilised anymore. It's actually only these two are immobilised. So that's a really interesting use of bodyguard if we've got that right. If we've got it wrong, then whoops. But
I do have immobilized markers here if you want.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Right.
So him and him. So two of them still have it. They're like, please, yes, use bodyguard, please. We don't want to take the size test. Okay, cool. So my go. I'm tempted to shoot that guy with a bow. I could magic up another bow, you see, and shoot him.
Shoot the Kari.
He's got range defense too,
It
doesn't
does
he?
have range defense too.
But he is right in front of me, which is
And he's tiny as well.
He's tiny, but he is right in front of me. So he's like -3. So he's
So you'd hit on a 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 7, 6, 7, 8. I could get. You know, it's just if I could get a wound on him, it would be a lot easier to deal with him if he was aggressive.
Although I can still always swap a dice for a defense dice, even if I'm rolling.
You can,
only
yeah.
2
He
dice.
does have a nice built thing around that. I mean, he's only got like 4 hit points, hasn't he? So if you got
Yeah.
super lucky,
He's squish.
you could, but you'd have to be super lucky. Yeah, pretty unlikely. I mean, there's probably some other ways of doing it, to be honest. So I'm gonna magic up a bow, magic up a bow for this guy to have a shot at the rocket guy.
At this range, it might as well be a bow staff, right?
Actually,
Clattering across
what I probably should just do, scrap that. I'm going to do a sensible thing. He's going to do a full order skill, just to do his trick, which is order Blood Brother 3 inches for 3 of them. So he basically just gives all the Blood Brothers, for a complex action,
Yeah.
he just gives all the Blood Brothers
An extra activation.
their that's not Blood Brother, their activations. Yeah. So that's
So that's an active key feat, right?
no, that's his actual activation. So
Oh, right,
yeah,
okay.
over to you again.
Got you.
There you go.
Got
Sped
you.
it up at the end.
That took a while, but yeah, no, that was a reasonable.
You can
move,
edit
yeah.
that, sure.
I'm not going to edit that.
No.
That would make you look better.
We don't use timers for anything, do we?
Right, oh goodness! Now
I've been playing Space Hulk with a timer. Actually, it's quite good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Games with timers. They're. I think we need them really. We never get games done. Okay. What the hell am I going to do? This is the question, isn't it? I want to. The trouble is, I want to stay in my zones. I want you to be fighting against immobilised. So, and I could with a Kari charge into somebody from the back. Or could I? I'm not evasive. I could use dash to give me evasive. So what are my options there? I'm not. Am I in your?
For that guy, yeah, I think you just about alright, fortunately.
So I could charge him in the bum.
Yeah.
And so the implications there. So you're immobilised. That doesn't make any difference,
Doesn't
right?
make any
Combat.
difference, no.
You're tireless.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to be taking an activation off. I'd probably be putting myself in a position where I could get. Oh, although I do have split attacks, so that's not so bad. So you'd be down to how many dice? Being surprised?
I'll just be down to 3 dice, but I won't be able to boost it back up. Because I'll be surprised.
And is he quite fighty, that guy?
He's the one with parry and Paris melee, so yeah, he's pretty good at defending himself.
Yeah, the trouble is they're not taking the activations off you because you're tireless. That's what Kari really wants to be doing.
They're so tired, they're tireless. It's great.
So tired you just can't get any more tired, can you?
Basically, it's like they've got newborn babies, and
Yeah.
and they're just beyond that point now.
So who can do bodyguard? Is it just the guy that did it, or?
Yeah, he can do it. He can do it as well. He's better at it because he's got to wear. The other guy's got to be able to see this dude to be able to do it.
Right, but you can see him at the moment.
You can see him, yeah. I mean that's I've carefully placed them with some intent, if you like.
Yeah.
Because if these swap around, then you want him to be able to see him, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you ever get to that guy, you will murder him.
Which is what I'm trying to do, but it's tough to do. Joe, I might use a pass token.
Yeah.
Because I'm not entirely decided. I think I want you to use your activations. Yeah. Okay. Pass token it is.
Okay.
Over to you. After all of that thinking.
After all of that, it's pass taken down. Fair enough. Just get in there. Okay. Make sure to get my base in there.
Yeah, you've got to be wholly within.
Yeah. That's the problem. This is a little look what special attacks and things he's got. Critical attack, powerful attack, counter strike, defense, push defense. He's got a lot going on, that guy, which is pretty cool.
So's Kazuki. He's got probably the most going on because he can use like 2 special attacks and all sorts of crazy stuff. He can use a special attack and a special defense in the same turn.
So it's just whether I dice for it or just hope that I can roll high enough on 2 dice to get through this immobilized. That's the problem. I mean, if I don't, I can sort of trigger activate these Blood Brothers anyway, which is not bad.
What do you mean by trigger activating?
They can kind of do this thing called Blood Brother. So for 2 key, one can activate after the other.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah, you can chain
activations, which sounds very good. So why don't I give this a go then? So Baichi will use his 2 key, and he will magic up another bow, which will go to the youngest brother, I think it is, Genji Kui, something like that. So I'm going to go for a pot shot anyway at Master Ikari, because he is pretty annoying. So I'm 3 dice in it.
Okay. So yeah, I am tiny and I have ranged defense too.
Yep. So +3, but you're 7 to hit basically. So let's see if this is any good. Got a 5, 6, 7. So success over 0.
Yep. Oh dear. What are you gonna roll? Nice and low, please.
Yeah, maybe I should be thinking about it. But here, got a 9. I think that's 1 point of damage. That's 10 actually, because it's +1 damage. And I don't think you got armor, so I think that might be 2.
10.
Oh, no, it's probably just 1.
It's just a 1.
Yeah.
9 and 10 is 1.
1 is.
There's a formula for this, which we should.
No, it's I do know it's just checking it's always good.
Right, Akari, he has taken 1 wound, right?
Ooh, okay, so that's good. So he's aggressive while Toshiro's on the table, so that's not bad.
This is the problem, I can't wound your guys.
And then I will go for... So I can spend key, as I said, to activate another Blood Brother. So I'll spend just the one key because he's next to his Believer dude to activate this guy. And then he will try to remove the immobilize one. Yeah, it's so tempting just to wait and get rid of it. Just seems like a waste to do that. It's just dice and it's not good.
But then you'd be losing the activation waiting anyway, so you might as well chance it, right?
Well, but then you'll still have it. That's the problem.
Oh, you don't get rid of it.
Yeah,
right, okay.
you don't get rid of it. So
I
I will wait just to get rid of it. It's
okay.
It's not a bad dice roll, to be honest. It's probably about 50-50. But then I'll spend one more key on this guy. Do I want him to activate next, or maybe the other Blood Brother? Because they can kind of just keep bouncing around, which is pretty...
Spend all
cool.
your key, I'm happy
Whereas
with that.
it's only one key when they're next to this dude, that's why it's quite handy. And then... He doesn't want to be... He doesn't want to actually use it now. He will keep his thing, so... Do with the guy over here for 2.
So you've done what?
I'm just going to activate this one over here. So he is a little bit more survivable. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to try this anyway. This guy's going to activate as well, and he will. He will dice for it.
He's going to dice for it?
Yeah.
Okay. What's he going to try and do
if he gets it, he's going to try and melee Master Atari. And he gets a double 1, so that's not good. So that was a gnome. And then I'll spend...
Take an activation count.
Yeah. And I'll spend one more on this guy. To activate him again. And he will... So he's going to go for it.
And you ignore his zone of control because he's in combat, right?
He's in combat, yeah. So... Yeah, that's exactly right. So... See if I can get to anything I can quite get more in, unfortunately, but... Getting close.
Okay. We've got a crazy combat going on here then now. Okay, so Kazuki, right, so he's wounded and he's aggressive because Toshiro's on the table.
Yep.
But he's got some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah,
so I've got a couple of instant key feats that I could think about.
Yep.
I've got 5 key in the pool at the moment. So flow like water would give me counter strike defense and dodge 1. That's 2 key. Forehand technique would give me throw attack and throw defense. And his unique effect means I can choose to special attack and a special defense. I've already got combo attack, sweep attack, sidestep defense and sweep defense, all 0. So yeah, he's got a lot to think about. I've got armor 1, I've got feint, which is what, that's force you to reroll an attack dice?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's all that's going to matter.
And you can
and I've got 3 defense dice.
You can
3 melee dice.
2 melee dice, yeah. Cool.
But I have to put at least 2 of those in attack because I'm aggressive.
Yeah. Maybe I hope I haven't bitten off too much over here. This guy's pretty awesome. Are you boosting?
Well, let me think. So I've got 5 keys, so it's 3 to boost, which would leave me with 2 to maybe use one of those.
Do you have reach on that model?
I do have reach.
I've got reach.
Do I have reach?
Well.
No, he doesn't have reach. Yes, he does have reach. So my bad.
Looks like he should.
Yeah.
I've got reach as well, so I'll just check below.
So you'll be going first.
I think that means I'll still be going first.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to need to boost. So yes, I will. Otherwise I've just got the 1 dice in defence, which is not great.
Yeah.
So I'm boosting for 3 key, putting me up to 4 dice.
Okay. So you're on 4 dice. I will boost to get an extra dice as well. So
because I'm on 4, even though I'm more aggressive, that means I have to put at least 2. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not at least 3, is it? Out of 4.
Yeah, it's at least 2. Are you doing any key feats or anything like that?
This is the question. I think I'm going to use Flow Like Water to give me the dodge 1 is the critical thing there, but it also gives me counter strike defense. So yeah, Flow Like Water's been popped.
Okay, so you've got counter strike defense and
Dodge 1. So I've got dodge and feint.
Dodge and feint.
So
Okay.
dodge is let's remember what they do.
So feint is you can reroll, force me to reroll one of my defense dice, and dodge is you can force me to reroll an attack dice.
That's it.
I've got brutal reach, but critical attack 1. Powerful attack 1, counter strike defense 1, push defense 1. Cool. And I have also got Paris Melee 2. It's pretty awesome. And Fate. So I've got a lot going on as well. So honestly, who knows what's going to happen at the end of this combat.
Okay, I've got my cards in. I've got my dice allocated. Let's see what happens.
So you've got dodge, feint. Yeah.
Aggressive and 4 dice.
And 4 dice, yeah.
And beer, which is the most important thing.
Yes.
When you're fighting with a giant monkey, you need beer.
D&D. Okay.
I haven't made any right turn glide jokes yet. I need to be sidestep defensing around you. Right turn, Kasuki. Or something.
You've got 2 cards, haven't you?
I have to got 2 cards in the pool.
Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Let's see what you got then.
Oh, I don't want this to go horribly wrong because Kasuki just to get smacked down.
Powerful attack.
Powerful attack,
Yeah,
oh dear, okay.
I'm going to go for it.
So I have got
Combo attack,
sweep
and sweep
defense and combo attack. So
Yep.
I'm not. So it's unusual because he's got reach, so normally he's going first.
Yep.
So if I successfully defend and sweep defense you, then you're prone.
Yep.
Which does that?
But then you
It
can
has-
roll
it
dice.
has-
so
yeah, you're not
it's too
rolling
late.
any dice, so
Yeah.
it will only matter in the next round. But you're
Yeah.
out of activations, so if I survive this,
Yeah.
I've got 2 activations.
Could-
to hit
could
you
be
while
very
you're on the
good.
floor, yeah.
But yeah. Cool. So.
And I put 2 in attack, 2 in defense.
2. Okay, I'm going to, on your defense, I'm going to give you my 2 from earlier. So
Okay.
when your defense is a 2 from preordained, so you basically count as rolling a 2.
Okay. So let's put that there.
I mean, it's probably not the best time to roll it, but it just means you're basically 1 dice in it.
Yeah. Although, was it? I did get dodge, right? That's re-roll a.
You can get me to reroll an attack dice, yeah, but I've got Paris Melee 2, so
I can re-roll a
lots of re-rolls.
defense dice, so I could re-roll that for only 2.
you could. Oh yeah, sorry,
Dodge.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you re-roll a 2? I guess you could. Oh, actually, I'll hold on to it. To be honest, I think you're right. You'll just re-roll it.
Okay.
Okay, so
So do you want to roll yours first because you're going first?
yeah, we can. To be honest, it's going to be so many re-rolls and stuff in this. It's going to be a bit complicated. Okay, so I've got a couple of ones there, but I have got 5 and 5 basically.
Right. So just take them to the side.
Yeah.
See what we got. I've got so 5, 6 in attack.
Yep.
And 4, 5 in defense. Right.
Okay.
So what order does this go in?
So you force my re-rolls first, and then I can do and then I force my rerolls and do my rerolls basically.
Okay.
So you've got feint.
I've got feint and I've
And
got dodge.
Dodge. Okay, so you can reroll a defense dice and force me to reroll an attack dice.
Okay, so I'm going to force you to re-roll one of those 5s. Or that 5 in
That
attack.
5 in attack. Yep.
Don't get 6.
Are you going to reroll one of your
Do I have to
defense
decide
dice? I don't think so actually. Let's see what I get. 4.
Okay, that's useful.
Drop down a bit.
And so yeah, I could with dodge then re-roll one of my defense. So I just don't want to get a 1 and I stand a chance of getting something better. I'm going to chance it. Give me a 6. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, well hold that 4. So I've got feint as well, and I've got Paris melee 2. So I'm going to be rerolling some dice as well. So
Okay.
I will get you to reroll a defense dice. So they're defense dice, aren't they? So reroll
Yes.
a 6. So,
Okay. 5.
So you're on a 6. I will reroll, I think, this dice, and so on defense, I actually do need to reroll that. So I need to reroll my 1s basically. Okay, reroll the 1 time. Okay, cool. So that means I just win on both, I think.
So your attack is 5/6.
Mm-hmm.
My defense is 5/6.
Yep. So 6 for 6, but I'm the active player, so and we got equal dice. So
success level 0.
success level 0.
And then my attack is 5/6, and your defense is 5/6.
Yeah. Actually, I've got brutal, so I actually get a success level 1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's nothing else that I have that gives me. So I already used. I used dodge, didn't I already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't know rerolls and stuff.
Feint. Yeah. Okay.
Blimey, there's a lot going on with those,
An awful lot going
those
on,
cards.
yeah.
I think we got it right though. So yeah, 5. So
you got success level 1 in attack, and my attack didn't go through.
yeah, so 5, 6, 7 in attack and 6 in defense. So yeah. Okay. Did I miss anything here? Counter-strike, defense, and push. I think that looks all right. So you've got armor 1.
Yeah.
I've got +1. So it's a straight roll apart from powerful attack is going to give me +3. So success level 1
with a +3.
Come on, 6, 7, 8, 9,
6,
10.
10 on success level 1 is 2 wounds.
Cool. Chipping away.
And we took armour into account, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's taken 3 wounds so far. 3. He's got 4 left.
Okay.
And he's spent up all his ki in that combat. But you've been pissing away ki, haven't you? So it's all good.
Yeah. So I can chain activate again if I really want to. That's a shame that other guy didn't pull it off, but nah. Okay, I'll pass over to you. I think that's enough for activating.
Okay. So, of course, it's been a while since I've done anything.
These guys should be more too sharp.
Yeah. So we're scoring at the end of this turn. Currently I have this zone, right, because you're not in it.
Yep.
I've got that one and that one.
I think you're
So-
doing alright on the objectives.
I just want to make sure that you're not going to get into this zone very easily, so I'm going to move up to here.
Dastardly.
Here you go.
Okay.
Just maybe slightly that way. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, oh, he's got one of these activations
Oh, yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And I will activate, I think I'm going to activate Toshiro now.
Yeah, there's a...
Or should I, no, actually no, I'm going to activate Tenbatsu.
Okay.
So Tenbatsu's going to walk around you. Ah, the old walk round trick.
The old walkie roundy.
And then you go, what? I didn't
So
expect
you
that.
played walkie roundy before, haven't you?
That's right, yeah. Beer and stuff. So that's an activation off in there. So I am going to obviously do melee against you. So you lose your ping number.
Activation comes off. Yeah. Okay, sorry there guys, the video cut out a little bit, so we missed this this melee exchange, but the bottom line is Craig's, what's his name? Tenbatsu just brutalised Kuma. You used preordained to give me a 2 on my defence.
Because you were aggressive.
I was aggressive, I only had 1 defence dice. You used combo attack, but you didn't need it because you rolled a success level 7 and just killed Kuma in 1 hit. So that wasn't great. And then I charged. I figured, I could be kind of holding these zones, but I need to do something about the long game. So I've charged Kota out. I charged him into bite you, but you've used bodyguard to switch him around. So that's fine. So we're just about to do this melee exchange. I think that's everything we missed.
I think so.
So yeah, let's go. So yeah, Kota's got. So you've boosted your melee dice by 1.
Actually,
up to.
I will boost by 2 because I do.
So you're going to go up to 6 dice, right? So that's 4 key to go up to 6 dice.
Yeah.
I am going to. So I've boosted by. I'm going to boost by 2. So I boost up to 5 dice.
Yep.
So that's 6 key for me. A lot of key. But I've got up to 5 dice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So have you decided what you're doing?
Yep.
Special attacks. You put a card in.
Yep, got a card in.
Okay, I've got a card in. Right, I'm good to go.
Okay, I've gone all that defence.
I've gone 3 in attack, 2 in defence.
I've gone
Push defence, and I've got combo attack. So
cool.
I do have feint.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can do something there.
I've got 1 more dice to roll after this, but yeah.
1 more dice. Oh, you've run out.
Yeah.
Dice. Just if it's all defence, just roll an extra one.
Sure.
So Craig's defence score is. Ooh, I like that.
Okay, that is not good on
4,
5, 6 at the moment. Okay, but I have got well, there'll be some re-rolling in a minute. So
there will be, yeah. So your prowess melee.
So prowess melee, so I can re-roll a dice up, but then
Yeah.
you've got feint, so you can make me roll it back down.
Yeah.
So come on, 6.
6. Yeah.
But-
Re-roll that one.
Come on, 5.
5.
Okay.
So you're on
5, 6,
5,
7.
6, 7.
It's
Okay.
not ideal given how many
So
dice, but
I don't need to roll my
kind of
defence
worked out
dice.
okay.
It's irrelevant. So I just roll my attack.
Yep. 5, 6,
5,
7.
6, 7. So I get. I'm attacking you. So
I've got more dice. I think that's the tiebreaker.
There's so many different rules. Oh my god, Bushido,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
The player who rolled the highest number of dice wins. Otherwise, it's the active player. So I literally just
5.
won by the skin of my teeth.
5, 6.
And
Yeah.
it's like it's all my dice, whether
Yeah.
they're attack or defense. I mean, they're all defense anyway.
So I've got 5 dice. I
I've-
didn't roll those, and you've
Yeah,
rolled
so it's a
6,
good thing I boosted. Yeah. I didn't say that you boosted again, so I literally just win and I push you back. Get away. Okay, that was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want you pushing me away, so you wouldn't be bodyguarding again. But it is what it is.
Okay, I am going to. This guy here is like. I'm just tempted to try to move him again because otherwise he's not doing anything meaningful. It's just I know I could get rid of immobilise just by waiting, but that doesn't really help. So I'm just going to go for it. So let's see if I can roll a 6 on 2 dice. I got it.
Okay.
Yay.
Mobilised is gone.
So he's going to go and get Akari. Because I already know what whose Akari's after. Can't let him get our little servant. So,
right. Okay.
aggressive
let me
Akari, let's see what he's all about.
Take the activation off. Yeah, so Akari is aggressive, so he's currently on 4 key.
Yep.
And 4 melee dice, so he's got to be at least 2 in attack. What many dice are you packing there, Craig?
4 dice.
4 dice, right?
Yeah.
So I've got reach, have you?
Nope. I'm going to boost for 1. So it was a bit of a shame because I was tempted to do the whole walk thing, but I don't think it's going to quite work out for me this turn either way. I'll pop that there. I'm going to get some dice. 4 dice be your aggressive, so you've got to put at least 2 in attack, 2 in defence.
Correct. One of those.
Okay, cool. Got your dice?
Yep.
I've gone counter-strike defence.
I've gone for sidestep defence.
And I've gone all-out defence.
I've got 2 and 2.
Yep. No, you can. Well, you're not going to. I guess you could pull one of yours back. I get 5, 6, 7 with my parry as well. That is 8.
And I have parry 2.
That doesn't do anything against.
Because you're not.
defence.
Yeah, you're defending. Yeah. And dodge 2, which doesn't do anything either. At least I'm not getting splurged down. So my attack is 5, 6.
Okay, I've got melee, Paris melee, so you got 6, I got 5, 6, 7, 8. So counter-strike defense will give a success level 0 at the moment. I might as well reroll one of the dice here because I've already got my 2 support dice and I might get a 6. So you haven't got any rerolls, have you, on that guy? From what we were saying, it's all you can reroll my attack dice basically. Well, let's just see if I get a 6. I do get a 6. So 6, 7, 8 against your 6. So success level 1.
Yeah. Okay. So isn't dodge?
No, the only way I can work out to take your guy down is with counter strike defense.
Right.
Normally he would just swap his dice for he could just swap because if you got no dice in attack, counter strike defense doesn't go off. So he could probably put a cheeky dice in attack normally, but because he's aggressive, that's kind of what's messing with him.
I can swap my highest attack dice.
Yeah.
For a defense dice.
So that's not going to help you here. Because basically it's my defense against your attack, so you weaken yourself.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
So normally what you do, if you had a cheeky attack and someone pulled this on you, you'd be like, oh, I'll turn that attack into defense, and I think then you might get around it. But 6, 7, 8
against my 6, so success level 2.
Yeah. Now it's -2 because it's counter-strike defense. So it's
success level 0.
Well, we said 6 against 6, 7, 8, 9 because I've got parry on this guy. So success level 1, and the success level 1 on this guy is worth it, man.
Yeah, totally.
Just have to hope for some good dice. Okay, you ready? I'm +1.
Hang on a minute.
Yep.
He's not great. Was he wounded?
Yeah, I did 1 wound with him on the bow.
The dice is gone. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you need to get success level what? 1.
Yeah, so 6 or more, well 5 or more with the damage. So let's see what I get.
Yeah.
All in the box. So come on, 5, 6. That should be 1 point damage. No, I think
6 is 1 point damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm chipping away.
You could have killed him with an 11.
It's the closest you'll probably get to killing that guy.
Okay.
And that was actually some good dice rolling until the damage roll anyway. So, okay, now it is your go.
Yes, it is. Right, so you've got 3 activations left. I've got 2 activations left. Crazy times.
So if he leaves that, then you've got that one, but I can just walk into that one. So Kativa's turn. So he's got to basically stand there if you want to get that one. Yeah, so I guess it's... I mean, it depends if you want to play for the mission or you think you can get him. I mean, he's got Indomitable. He's tarred, so he's down to 3 dice. But he's a pretty good fighter. He's one of the best fighting models in the game, to be honest. It's just...
Yeah.
He's got a few issues because of Blood Brother rules to kind of stop him from being insane. But martial arts, so Paris Melee level 2, and Feint means that, I don't know how good your guy is, but I think he's more of a like a support character killer, isn't he? So
yeah, he's not amazing.
This guy is like, if he didn't have some of the Blood Brother debuffs, he'd probably be like 25 rice, maybe more. Because brutal, Feint, Paris Melee 2. It's just insane. But he's the combat guy. I think he's Keanu Reeves actually, maybe. In, what's that film they keep doing?
John Wick.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of that kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
And this guy's John Wayne, I think. The guy with all the weapons. Is that the one? Is he?
I don't know. I'm looking more of a Clint Eastwood.
That's it. Sorry,
yeah.
that's it. That's the one.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering about the long game. I just need to be starting to kill some of these guys. So if I hit him from behind, he's outnumbered and he's
going
surprised.
to as well. He would be surprised. I mean, would you how fast are you?
4.
4. You can't quite get there with 4.
Right. So yeah, I could go into him, but then he's indomitable as well.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
So yeah, it's not good options. I might just have to wait. And I could have a fight with Kazuki.
Yeah, could see how that goes. Never know Kazuki anything can happen.
You never know. Let's do that. Okay, let's just have the combat. Alright, let's do it. So I am aggressive though.
I'm exhausted. Cool. So let's give it a whirl. So yeah, these guys have just got all the rules, haven't they?
Yeah, they really do. So I can put a special attack and a special defence in.
If you got I think you had to pay. Do you have to pay?
No, that's my standard rule. I can
you
pay extra to get some extra
get
options,
get
like throw
really
attacks and counter strike defence and stuff.
Yeah, makes sense. So you're going to attack first.
Yeah.
Okay, good to go.
Yeah. So I have decided.
Yep, same here. Yeah.
Okay. So I've put in bluff. Right. I've got combo attack and sweep defence.
Cool. I've got
1
in attack, 2 in defence.
I've got 2 in attack, 1 in defence.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going first. So I roll a.
Okay.
So I've got what have I got? I've got feint.
So that
Just
reroll
feint.
my defence dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a good defence, but it's not a great attack. Okay, I'll be rolling those. I mean, that's my attack anyway. So I've got Paris Melee 2, so I'll roll those first, and then you could get me to re-roll defence dice as well. So, shall we say that was still a 4? Or what do we do?
Yeah, that was 4.
Okay. 5. Okay, 5 and 6. Okay, so 6 is pretty good on the attack. At least that's getting through.
6 in attack. Yep. So you got. I can re-roll your defence.
And I've got feint as well, so there's so much going on. So you got 2. I'm not going to use my feint actually, because you were quite unfortunate there. But you can get me to. You got feint as well, haven't you?
I do have feint. Yeah.
These guys it's a great fight, really. So you could get me to re-roll one of my defence dice if you want to.
Yeah. So re-roll the 5. 5.
Oh, 5. So okay, we'll put that as 4. 5.
Okay.
He's not changing his mind.
Not at all.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all I've got.
I think that's all the funky stuff going on here. So your attack goes off first, so you only got a 3. I got a defence of 6, so that's defended. Then my attack goes in. I get a 6, 7 with my brutal against your 5, so I get 6 less of 2 off.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2d6. I just think it's a flat 2d6 this time.
I got armour 1.
7. I got strength 1, so
Got him.
so 2 damage.
So success level what? Is it?
It's 2.
2. And 5, 6, 7. It's 2 damage. You're learning. So I've taken 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 2 left on Kazuki.
Cool.
And he remains aggressive. And that was that activation. So your activation next. He's just really sad that Kuma's dead, so he's got so much going on, that guy. He's not performing right. as well as he wants to, really. Yeah, he's great, especially when he's got key to give him extra options.
Pretty cool.
He's one of my favourite models in the game. I think he's, when I looked at the range in the first place, I was just like, yeah, I've got to get him. He was what made me do Rokan, but he was one of the last models I got for Rokan. It's the first time I've had him on the table. So
Nice. Okay, so I mean, I could go for her. She's out of key, and so she won't be doing the Mirage.
Kota, yeah.
I don't think he can. So even though there you're exhausted, I'm not sure if I can make it round, by the way. But let's just imagine I can. You're exhausted. You'll be outnumbered as well, because I don't think you've got anything to stop you. You don't have Indomitable, I don't think, on that one. You just have split attack.
Mm-hmm.
So if I did that, you'll be minus.
I do have split attack.
Minus 2 dice. You do have split attack, but not Indomitable.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be minus 2 dice, actually down to 2 dice, and you have to put one in attack, one in defense. I just don't think I can get around that guy's base. That's the problem.
No, it doesn't look like it. Not with a 4.
Because it's like literally, I think all 4 movement will get me. All 4 movement would definitely get me all the way around. I suppose in a way it would be possible, because if you move all the way around, you're pretty much there, aren't you? And you would have enough movement to get all the way around. So yeah, it's possible.
4 inches, right?
Yep.
You kind of go centre to centre. No, I don't know. You're the maths genius?
Well, you can.
Can you work it out with like?
Someone worked out that you can get around a back of a base, basically. And
someone worked it out today.
Yeah.
Someone. Was it Einstein?
I think there's someone on the forums, because this happens quite a lot with Minamoto. So I can basically.
It was Adam, wasn't it?
It was Adam. Yeah.
Adam worked it out.
Yeah, I think he got someone to work it out for him. I'm pretty confident.
I'm gonna have to edit that
just
out,
about getting
otherwise Adam's gonna hear me likening him to Einstein, which is
friend of the show. I think he asked the question, someone worked out. But someone
he asked the question, you worked out, right?
Someone worked out under pseudo name, yeah. So he could go around there and have like.
It's pronounced pseudonym.
Pseudonym. Okay. No, pseudo. So
Pseudo-creme.
Could go around there. It's just tempting to try and take that Master Akari out when he's on 1 defense dice. Though he's still crazy good, isn't he? Because he's got +2 to defense.
He's got dodge 2 and parry 2.
And dodge 2.
Yeah.
And parry 2. Yeah, saying that I can potentially get through some of that. So it's just forcing your hand a bit. Though I am risking it. So if it doesn't pay off, he's only on 2 hits, isn't he? If it doesn't pay off,
I keep taking that bloody dice away.
Then my chap over here is almost certainly dead at the start of next turn. And that is the.
I've still got 4 key left on Akari, so I could walk around with Vivacity and engage your.
Yeah, that's true.
Your dude.
You could just generate some.
Which I can do anyway, because I can move around his base into him, split attack.
That's probably another reason to try and. I mean, when is it an instant?
Vivacity, though, it's active.
Is active. Ooh, okay. Definitely would like to kill you before you do that. Oh man, that gets way more complicated now. Spear of a height, so I can kind of bait you out a bit. Just move Toshiro around. If I want to sort of just defend against him, but if I want to have any chance of killing him, this is probably the time to do it. Let's just do it.
Gotta
Let's just
take
give it a
your
go.
chance.
It might not be quite the right thing to do, but I'm going to go for it anyway. So there we go. Just going to go there. So you would then turn around to face me.
Okay.
And I will turn around to face you. Good. Okay, so
I'm down to 2 dice, right?
you're on 2
And
dice.
1's aggressive.
Yeah.
I haven't wounded anybody yet, have I?
Now you can boost, but you'd have to. Well, you put in attack, then you could pull it back to defense, so you could do that.
Yeah.
But then you're using up your dice, your keys.
I've only got
so.
the 4 keys, so I'm going to chance it.
Okay. I am going to boost for 1 because I'm still on base to base with Baichi. If I've got the key. No, it doesn't have the key. So.
limits my decisions somewhat.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the better play probably would have gone for her, but I just really would like to take out Kari.
He's super annoying.
He is super annoying. So you've got you don't strike first or anything, do you?
No. Oh no, I do have reach.
You engage though before, so that's fine.
Yeah,
so
okay.
still got the initiative. So you're gonna you can basically get the best out of your 2 dice, and then it's really just as if you fluff those 2 dice, and then if I don't fluff my dice, so who knows?
What have you got? What's in the pool?
So he is going for bluff
Sidestep defense.
and without attack.
1 and 1. So I get
Oh,
level 6. Damn it. So I can, if I need to, boost my
you
defense
can get
to
to
7.
7. Yeah. So 6, 7. So I've got a success level 0 against you at the moment. Now I can roll the dice up as well.
So that's all at attack, right? So I'm hitting
Yeah.
you first currently. So I would hit you for.
No, I'm still hitting you first. So
Even though I've got reach. Oh yeah, reach doesn't
Yeah.
count. Right. Okay. So you're on 5, 6, 7,
you can wallop him.
and I'm on 6. So you're on success level 1, correct?
Yep.
But with a bonus, with a strength bonus.
Strength bonus of 1.
So let's just have a look at the table. I've got 2 rooms left. Find the table. Do the thinking. I've gone too far on the book.
Maybe 1 dice in defense would have been alright. But you got to commit to these things.
Right. Okay. So success level 1
Yep.
currently with a +1. Right.
Yep.
So you need to roll an 8 to kill me. So 8 would give you 1 damage,
I'll
and a
take
9
that.
and a 9 is 2. However, if I did change that dice to a defense dice, I'd be success level 7.
Yeah.
She'd be success 0.
Yep.
You would need to roll a 10 to kill me.
Yep.
Right. So obviously that makes sense for me to do. However, if I survive, so if you roll less than an 8,
If you survived, you would get a success level 6
I
off
would
me,
get
but you're
success level
weak.
6.
I'm tough, and you've got -2 strength. So I
Yeah.
think you would probably do at least 3 wounds. Cause I
What's that,
don't
minus 4 then?
think yeah. So no, it's tough. Tough is basically drop a level. So
Drop a level.
you,
So it'd be -3 and drop a
your
level?
your 3 dice pick the 2 lowest, and then you drop
That's
a
right,
level,
yeah.
and then you drop another level basically. So chances are you'll end up doing the minimum, which is going to be still 3. So it's not bad.
Yeah, how many wounds do you have?
6.
6.
Yeah.
So I would need to roll an 11 to kill you. But I could be doing some damage.
Could be doing some damage. Depends if you feel lucky or not.
Do I feel lucky? Yeah. I mean, I think. Thing is, if I do put that, then I don't do any damage at all, and I'm not hurting you. Although then I sidestep defense, I can vivacity, and I could do. Yeah. No, I think it makes sense to go like that.
Okay, so you're
So you
gonna.
need to roll a 10
Okay.
to kill me. You're going to do it anyway, and it's like, fuck it.
Yeah. 11. Sorry.
that
That was just so lucky.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Akari's popped. Never mind. Never mind. Okay.
Crazy lucky.
Right. So that was your activation, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
back to you. So you've got 1 guy left, and then I've got Toshiro.
Yeah. I was going to vivacity then.
I think I got very lucky there. Probably shouldn't have pulled that off.
Okay. I've just got the 1 activation left on this dude. Toshiro's going to get that zone, so I think I will just wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just remove the count. Oh, you use your pass, I guess.
I've used it, I think, already.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be there. So okay, so my
Toshiro.
go. So
Engage
Toshiro.
twice.
Toshiro.
So he can go over here. 4. It seems to be able. Just make sure I didn't mismeasure that. It seems to be able to get in level 1. Okay, that's good to know. Just a. Oops. Not that he really is too bothered because he's got plenty left. So it's whether I think he's needed. Where is he needed most? Okay, so I'm just going to move over here, give myself some options, so I can help if needed.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the end of turn 2.
Yep.
We're all done. So I score the VP because I hold this one and this one.
Yep, indeed. And
So yeah, I don't think the game is really going my way at this point.
But Toshiro's crazy stuff goes. Each time a VP is scored, each non-insignificant model gains 1 key token. So
Okay.
fortunately, I think the servant is insignificant, so he won't get it, but everyone else will.
Right. That's Kota.
This guy's up to his maximum
Suki.
key.
8 and QB. Here's where we watch QB just go ham and kill everybody. And Kasuki. Right, so next turn.
Yeah, so key generation
Key
and
generation.
some activation tokens.
2, 4, 6,
So what's 1, 2, 3,
QB's up to max.
1, 2,
8,
3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he just gets to 1. This guy gets 2. Oops, 2 from the other guy.
It's not looking good for the Rokan
Well,
animals.
they're ahead on VPs at least, but
Yeah, that's something.
the Blood Brothers are a bit of a slow start, I guess. So you should have 6. You should have 4, 1.
Activations. Here we go. Yeah, I haven't even wounded you, have I? Not at all. Nothing.
No, I thought you were going to take a chunk out of that guy, to be honest, but you probably did the right thing. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
lucky.
just didn't pan out for me, did it?
Yeah. Okay.
So, activations on.
Yeah. My precious activations.
I think this might be the first game I've actually seen played with bodyguard. Actually, it is. I mean, when you've got multiple bodyguards and there's somebody you're really trying to get to, it's useful, isn't it?
Yeah, the interaction with Mobilize, we definitely have to clarify that, but it seems to be the way it's written. From
I'm
a
pretty
very
sure we
quick
played it
read
right.
of the rules. It's an interesting interaction for sure,
Mm.
but it seems to break people out of it. Because I think you played a really good move there. It's just
I did one thing right.
no, definitely. I mean, well, you're still ahead, and I think that was a really good move. I actually, because I didn't actually know it did that until I checked. So yeah, but they have got a lot of bodyguard going on here. But yeah, dicing it off, I think.
Yeah, let's do it. Right.
Let's see if I can win.
I get a 5.
Haven't got one yet. Oh no.
Get a 4. Okay, I think
it's
I'm
all
going to
yours.
need to go first. I think. It's really. I just want to go and kill that guy who's just going to keep bodyguard if I. But yeah, there's 2 turns now, isn't there, before we start playing the zones again. So I don't think I'm going to survive very long. What do I do? What do I do? So did you move him with him 4?
Yeah, just 4.
So I could just go and fight him. Which would. Yeah, Toshiro's pretty nails though. But I don't really have any other options, that's the thing, because everybody I've got, you're just out fighting me. And you're now massively outnumbering me. And
Oh, yours are pass tokens.
this is true. So I'm on 3 models and you're on 2, 4, 6. I've got 3 pass. Not that I want to use them at the moment. Tough decisions. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I really don't know. So we just, for the purposes of the viewer, we just had a big debate about. I was thinking about the option of charging in activating Bodyguard and then using Apparition to place Kyuubi back into combat with Baichu. But after scouring the rulebook, we realised that placing doesn't allow you to enter combat.
Base phase, so it almost worked.
Does go to show how good the rulebook is when you do dig into it. It does have an answer for everything.
We had to go around a little path of looking at obviously key feat trigger points, combat trigger points, and then we found in place rules it just basically said you couldn't go into base phase. So that just solves it all.
It was a nice idea, but it didn't pan out. So the question is, what do I want to do? He doesn't have sixth sense or anything.
No,
he
doesn't have aware. So he could be surprised.
I'm gonna do something. It's gonna have to be a charge.
Okay.
But I've got to do something because this is going slightly wrong in this game.
Okay.
So let's see what Kyuubi can do. He's full of key at the moment. He's got his full 9. Right, so I'm 3 dice. I'm not hurt yet. I've got combo attack, sidestep, defense. Feint 1, parry 1.
Nice. A lot of feint and parry going on in this list.
There is a huge amount, yeah. So what are you packing?
So I have got. I'm down to 3 dice because I'm stunned. But I've still got useful in this one is usual Paris melee parry as well. I can do push defense, counter strike defense, and combo attack, but they all cost 1.
Okay. Right. You got reach or anything like that, no?
Nope. I was facing the wrong way, so I am definitely going to.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't have it anyway. It's a shame because I've got plenty of key. What are you talking about? So I'm going to go for this one.
Okay, I'm done.
Check the dice out.
In fact, no, I'm gonna. So you're not boosting. I'm gonna boost. For. I'm gonna boost 2 more dice. So 6 key.
Okay. Going all out. Okay, cool.
So I'm up to 5 dice.
I reckon at that level. Okay, fine. You're probably going to go attack, but we'll see what happens, right? What are you going for? Are you combo attacking?
Combo attack?
Yeah.
1 in defence, just in case. You're in all out defence.
Right? That many. All out defence, yeah.
Oh, not like that.
That is unlucky.
So 4, 5 in attack.
5 in attack.
And 3 in defence.
Okay, well, we've got rerolls to do, so
we do have rerolls, yeah.
Keep them to the side. I get. Okay, so I've got 6, 7 in defence because I've got parry. Now you've got feint.
I've got feint,
so you can get me to reroll one, but I use my Paris melee first.
Yeah.
So let's roll this up. Oh, that's good. So you can get me to reroll 5.
Reroll 5, and you're sure to get 6, but.
Nope.
What's going on?
So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8.
Against my 4, 5.
Yeah, so I easily win.
Can't do anything. His activations go.
I don't because I'm powerless. So that's a nice try there. Okay, my go. So
it's the curse of Rokan, isn't it? You can,
This guy I think is just outside of 3, so he won't be getting the extra activation. It's a bit annoying. Hey ho. Now I can just use Timbatsu to go there and we'll try and deal with her.
Duff her up.
Yeah, we'll try because
I can't.
It's not score and turn.
I can't mirage away from you, can I? Because you're soulless.
I am soulless, so I do not care about that. Which is that wasn't actually why I kept the undead sword, but yeah, let's just say it was. So so Timbatsu could go there and try to put some heat on there.
which sounds like an alright idea. These guys over here, though, are still doing an interesting dance. I think I'm going to go first over here, just because I want to walk around you and get into the zone, just about, and then I want to go first if I can. Okay, so shall I move your guy around?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want me to move a token or do you want me to?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, let's
Right, so
do
I'm
it.
back up to 3 key. Do I want to use
I am
any?
on 5 key. And I can boost for 2 on this guy.
Okay, so I could boost for an extra melee dice, or I could use instant feats to
Oh,
give
that
me...
stun's gone, so I'll just get rid of that. That's the last turn. These are the
I'm
guys.
aggressive as well,
All
like
the
3 dice.
cards. Yeah. So you're on how many dice? 3 dice.
3 dice
You can't
currently,
boost, I
so
suppose.
that's, yeah.
You're going to boost?
How am I going to boost? It'd be all my key. I might be better off with... I'm going to pop Flow Like Water,
Okay, yeah.
so that's 2 key. It gives me Dodge 1 and Counter-Strike Defense 0.
Nice.
There we go, my cards are in, and my
Okay, but
dice
you
are
are
allocated.
aggressive though.
I am
So
aggressive.
you've only got 1 dice in defense. Okay. Okay. Right. So I think I'm going to go for. I'm going to boost for 2, and I'm going to go for an attack as well. So you think that's the one to go for?
Yeah, 1 dice in defense, but Dodge 1.
Okay. So
And Feint 1.
and feint. Yeah. So this is where we get all the rerolls. So I'm on 5, 6 dice. Well, okay.
6 dice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's flip them.
so I've got Counter-Strike Defense and Sweep Attack.
Okay, I've got powerful attack.
Yeah.
Okay,
And what have you got in there?
I've got 3 in attack, 2 in defense.
I've got 2 in attack, 1 in
A
defense.
lot is riding on that defense dice. Do you want to
Yeah.
roll yours first?
Let's go.
Ooh, that's not good for you.
No.
Ouch. So it is a very good attack, but unfortunately it's a very bad defense.
Yes. And you're hitting first.
Yeah. So if you want to take a dice out.
Yeah.
Let's see what I get. Ooh, I've got 2 6s in attack and a 2, but pretty poor defense. So I've got the other way around, but that's fine for me.
Yeah. So
You've got-
I can reroll 1 of each of those, right?
You can force me to reroll.
Dodge and Feint, so
Yeah, so you can force me to reroll.
1 attack and 1
Yeah,
defense.
1 attack on defense if you want.
So reroll 1 of 6s.
Let's sweep these
Yeah,
down.
take that.
Oh, did get 1,
Nice.
but I haven't used my Paris melee yet, so I'm
Yeah,
probably going
of
to roll it
course.
back up. I guess you're probably happy with these.
Yeah, keep the 2s.
So I've got Paris melee 2, so I roll these 2. I have got feint as well, but I think I'm happy with that. So okay, well, still 1. So I've got in the end then I've got 7, 8 in attack because I've got brutal. So
Yeah.
that's a successful 8. So I think that should be
It's pretty gnarly.
and on a powerful attack as well. Let's just roll this up quickly. Oh god, 11.
Oh,
Yeah, that
see you later.
that is
Out he goes.
he is one of the best. Well, like these two are probably some of the best fighters in the game.
They are pretty handy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are very good. But they have got big disadvantages. Like he's only got 1 activation. that is his turn. But
It's all he
I'll
needs.
take that. I'll take that. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I've got pass tokens, and I've got 2 activations left on Kota. So I'm just gonna. It's Blaze of Glory time, isn't it? Really.
Hey,
so
I know what you're up to now.
I'm gonna go in there and have a little fight, and you're gonna bodyguard in.
Yep.
So,
So we'll just swap them round.
I've got to do. I can't finish the game without causing a single point of damage. I mean, I can, and I will, but I just need to, keep having a go. Right, so she's lost an activation.
Yep.
Right, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to have to. Well, up to you. You're going to boost.
Let's see, what's this guy got going on? He's got a fair bit. Probably doesn't really need a boost. Oh no, actually he's boosting for 2 because this guy, yeah, he'll boost.
So he's up to how many dice?
5 dice.
5 dice, right. I'll spend 3 key to go up to 4 dice.
That guy can't get extra activations or anything like that, can he?
No. So yeah, 4 dice. I got combo attack, sidestep, defense, bravery, dodge 1, feint 1. You haven't got reach or anything like that, have you?
Nope. Yep, okay. So, flip him. Push defense.
Push defense. Combo attack.
I'm going
All
all
out
out
defense.
defense.
All out attack.
What am I?
So I get
6 and 8.
7, 8.
That's not bad. And I can get 6 and 8. So I roll more dice.
Yeah, I've only got feint and dodge, so that does no.
Feint, you can reroll attack dice.
Yeah.
Dodge, you can. No,
Makes no difference.
no, feint, you can reroll a defense dice.
Oh yes,
But
yeah.
it's not going to change this score anyway, I don't think.
No.
Well, no, it could actually. It could change this, so.
That can, because you still got 8.
But if I get a 1, it won't count, so. Yeah, it's
But
worth
you've
it.
got 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, but you've got 8 as well, so you would have won on the draw if I got a 1.
Oh, because you got more dice.
Only if I get a 1 though, because 1s don't count.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's so I win and I push you back.
Yeah.
'Cause
And I think
these things are wrong,
at this point it's probably worth calling the game, because that was just my last ditch. I've just got to cause a wound, and we can see how the game's going to play out now.
Well, I think the only problem is a bit like our other game. I'm at serious risk of tabling you. So if you keep throwing your guys at my guys, I mean, I'm going to go all out defense until I suffer a wound, and then once I suffer a wound, I get aggressive.
But I can't cause a wound. So.
Well, I hope not. I mean, my guys are pretty good at defending themselves, but they might slip up at some point. So that's the only thing I could say. You could.
Well, you only need to. Yeah. Okay.
You could play for that.
I think that would be a very gamey way to finish it, though, wouldn't it? So let's.
Yeah.
If we could, because obviously, yeah, that would be. I could try for the gamey draw probably, because we've got this turn and then next turn.
Yeah.
Which gives you time to put. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to put anybody in extra zones.
Yeah, I mean, we could quickly. We could play one more round if you want, or just call it there. Call it there and get another game in.
I think we call it there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks viewers.
Shoulder,
Social distancing.
Elbow bump. Yeah.
That's as close as I can get.
Cool.
Okay. Well.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
We'll do a
game.
little wrap up. Cool.
Woo! So that was a good game. I think it went it's the second loss in a row for me, which is always
I
nice.
think it's a tough learning curve, this game, but
I was that's not. Again, it was a kind of the trial. I seem to be making excuses. It was the animal list. It was built for me. I think the next game we play will be a bit more. Well, definitely it'll be me bringing a list that I think is a bit more powerful.
yeah, I mean, it's got some interesting stuff going on in that list. Probably a bit more practice with it, and who knows? I mean, definitely the Blood Brothers are a weird fish on the list, aren't they themselves?
So we're a little distracted because my wife's walked past. That's the shuffling noise issue.
Super.
It's all good. Yes. So that was a really good fun game. It looked like it was going well.
I think that's it. It's
to
just
start
it was
with.
just like we probably will get to the stage where we're playing more with kind of regular armies and getting through 6 rounds. But at the moment, we're just having fun throwing weird and wonderful stuff on the table, and that was definitely very weird and wonderful, both those lists.
Yeah, our Blood Brothers are certainly very interesting.
Yeah.
Just it's all the bodyguard. So you want to kill the squishy guy. And you know, I think this list I was using is just not that attacky focused, right? So it's quite hard
a lot of
to
very
actually
defensive guys. So you did have a bit of feint in there. So that was
none of it paid off though, did it?
Well, my guys were quite happy. They have a lot of dice of Blood Brothers generally, but they are. It's a very strange. You're trying to watch your activations very carefully, and like the support guy's good, but once he does his order thing, that's complex, so he's kind of stuck there. So it's like they're really, really slow, then have burst of energy, and then go really, really slow again. Yeah.
But because they're
it's a very strange rhythm to their play.
Because they're tireless, and with the bodyguard and stuff, it's like you don't really get many opportunities to go and hit them when they're kind of weakened.
Yeah. True.
And so they're just always tough, you know. And I threw a few guys in, like, you know, attempts to kind of, you know, and so that whole game I pretty much, and if we played it out for another turn or two, I would have been wiped out, and I didn't do a single point of damage.
I think what was doing that really was Toshiro, because he's making everyone aggressive.
Yeah.
Blood Brothers are quite good at getting with that magical bow that is handed out every so often. They're quite good at getting a few wounds on, and with their high, they got Paris melee all over the place. One's got 2. Timbatsu similar. He's quite happy to either take a hit or put a lot of dice in defense and so on. So I feel like the list generally gets a lot out of an aggressive guy. Now, if this has been like a scenario objective where you've got to turn the idols and stuff like that, I think the list would really struggle, because there's not many activations in that list. So zones they can probably do. I doubt how competent that list would be in the other 2 scenarios, but one mission. So, but it was fun to play anyway. So it's good to get them on the table.
Yeah, I mean something like the 6 objectives and stuff would have been completely different.
I mean they've been really stretched. Yeah,
I wouldn't have needed to engage you. I could have just been
because they're clumped. They don't have many activations. All those activations they want to kill people really, and unfortunately that will not win this game. And
it won this game.
I think you could have played on, and with my guys like 1 wound away from being aggressive. I could have ended up being a bit like the Omni game we had, where you just basically charge in and just try to time the game out as soon as possible.
Yes.
But that might have been the best way to play. If you were talking about saying you would try to do this, but I guess what I'm saying is a double-edged sword for sure. Having Toshiro around is like, you sort of like, he was doing me a lot of good at the early game, but I think that could have come to bite me if we played through all 6 turns. So, but he was good fun. He just completely changed the dynamics of what's going on the table.
Even though he didn't do anything, he just wandered off,
he just
looked around.
Everyone just went crazy, and and then all your guys just went mad, and even Master Akari kind of decided went savage, and that was another funny thing, to be honest. That was a very strange combat. I mean, there were some great fights though, really, with Akari and the ape guy,
Kazuki. He's fun to use. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of decisions there.
So many things going on in these combats. So it definitely was good to try with the higher end skilled fighters.
Definitely, and I think the models in that list. There's definitely they're all great models. I just think there's so actually the next game that I think we'll probably film will it will focus on Akari and have lots of different stuff. So I think every one of those models can work really well in a different build. It's just when you put them all together in the animals thing, it's not the most optimised. But whatever. Fantastic game.
Yeah, thanks.
Really good. I've been looking forward to seeing the Blood Brothers on the table.
Yeah.
I will probably pick them up myself, because they just look like an interesting list to use. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. It's been fun to film, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Thanks.